Dasha Burns joins me now from Amarillo, Texas, where we are waiting on a potential ruling today on medication abortion. So, Dasha, it's all, let's see, we got another, I guess, 2 hours to the business day where you are in the central time zone. Do we expect one of those 5 p.m. rulings?
Well, Chuck, we've been watching this case for quite some time now because it is incredibly significant. Perhaps the most consequential ruling could come out of this court here since the Dobbs decision overturning Roe versus Wade. Today is the filing deadline, so this is the last chance for parties to file those briefs. And from there, we could hear from this judge at any moment, essentially. It could come today. It could come next week. And what happens behind me in this courthouse here, Chuck, make no mistake, it could very well have nationwide impact, even in states, let's be clear about this, even in states where there are robust protections for abortion rights. Here's why. At the heart of this case is the lawsuit is challenging the FDA's approval of the drug mifepristone taken alongside misoprostol. It's a 2-drug regimen for abortions in the United States. It's the most commonly used method for abortion in the U.S. The plaintiffs in this case, a group of anti-abortion medical organizations and doctors, say that the drugs are dangerous, and they say that the FDA did not properly evaluate their safety when approving these drugs. We talked to both the plaintiffs and the providers who would be impacted by this decision. Take a listen to what we heard.
We're asking the court to do what is right, to follow and ask the FDA to follow the law by taking these dangerous drugs off the marketplace.
I want to start off by being perfectly clear that the evidence is solid, the science is solid behind mifepristone as being a safe medication. The complication rate is less than 1%, and there have been numerous studies over the years that have documented the safety of this medication.
Now, Chuck, the FDA told us that it doesn't comment on ongoing litigation, but in a court filing said that the claims in this lawsuit are, quote, unsupported by any evidence. Let's be clear. The FDA approved this drug in 2000. Since then, more than 5 million people have taken mifepristone, with 28 deaths reported. And in a court brief, the country's leading group of OBGYNs say that mifepristone is, quote, exceedingly safe and effective, calling the lawsuit ideological, not scientific. Now, there's also a question about why are we here? Why are we in Amarillo, Texas? Critics of the lawsuit have accused the plaintiffs here of, quote, forum shopping. The judge in this case is a conservative Trump-appointed judge. If he sides with the plaintiffs here, this will go to the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is also conservative-leaning, and then could end up in the Supreme Court. So you can see the pathway there. Now, there is another drug. There's misoprostol, the second drug in the regimen here, which could be taken on its own. And clinics right now are preparing to provide that option potentially for patients. But both the FDA and the providers that we've spoken with say that this is going to lead to an increase in surgical abortions that's going to even more so overwhelm clinics that are already strained after the Dobbs decision overturned Roe versus Wade. And what providers say they've seen since that Supreme Court decision is just a general chilling effect for providers because there's such a legal gray area in so many states right now, Chuck, that doctors are scared to prescribe and to take certain types of actions here, Chuck.
And what happens here with this ruling could only add to that concern. Dasha in Amarillo, Texas for us. Dasha, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.